Well, that is what the Champions League is all about. Legendary teams and brilliant players. And as you can see from this graphic, the big leagues of European football, they lead the way when it comes to winning this tournament. You've got Spain, England, Italy, all in double figures. Germany next with 8. Down the bottom, though, with just 1 trophy is France, Yugoslavia, as they were when they won it. Of course, now Serbia. But let's go back to that France question, if we could, Thierry. Yeah. Only 1 to their name. What's the problem?
It's a tough one. You can come with a lot of things, a lot of lines, a lot of excuses. I only went to the semi-final with Monaco. Some of the teams went to final or whatever. Bottom line, we only managed to win 1, and it's kind of ironic when you think about it, because when you look at it, the World Cup and the Euros are every 4 years, right? We have 2 World Cups in France, and we have 2 Euros. You can win the Champions League every year, and we only have 1. So, yeah, it's not a great line. This is why every time a French team goes far, we get excited. We're looking for the second Champions League win. Obviously, we all know that Marseille won the first one against Milan.
Is it the club's fault, Thierry?
No.
You've got the players. You've got the best players in the world.
And in history also. Well, now, this is not an excuse, that's a fact. They're almost all abroad, apart from Mbappe. When you look at it, if you look at the squad, they're all abroad.
That's my point. So why are they abroad? They obviously come through in France. Most of them will come through at a club in France. So why are they then not getting their chance? Why are they not kept together to produce great French teams?
Again, this is not an excuse, but the power of the Premier League, money, the power of Spain, the power of a lot of countries at one point was difficult to stop. It's like the Dutch, they're not there anymore.
Why did the other countries do it then?
Not so much lately. This is what I'm talking about. You're talking about now, because you're talking about the national team and how great the team is, but we all play abroad. Well, they all play abroad, right? That's what I'm referring to now. This is when I go back to the before, we were all there, and we still didn't win. So this is not only because teams have the power to buy good French players early. We leave really early in France. Like young English players do not leave. Young Italian do not leave, really. Young Spanish players do not leave. So in order to build a team, it's very difficult. Now, if you transfer that and fast forward with Paris Saint-Germain, they have the money to be able to bring players back. Colomwani, and I'm not going to name everybody, but they're trying to go younger and try to keep the French players. But you need, unfortunately, money to do that, because you can't compete with other leagues in the world. And this is not an excuse, this is a fact, because, and I will go back to what I said before. Before we were all there, and we still didn't win. So it's kind of a weird one, but in France, everyone is supporting Paris Saint-Germain apart from the fans of Marseille.
I mean, one of the things that's exciting about this PSG side, right, is the fact of just how young they are. We saw it in the Champions League semi-final that we had last week in that first leg, where PSG fielded a team all under 30 years old. It's the first time anyone's done that in a Champions League semi-final for 12 years. It's representative of the model that we keep hearing that the ownership have been saying that they want to push through at PSG, Micah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough though, isn't it? Because, of course, PSG's a massive club and they want to win the Champions League, but Thierry's just hit the nail on the head. When money's involved and big clubs of big stature are there, you're always going to want to, or it's going to tempt you in to go there. But I think what they have now with some of the young talent, if they could just stay there and basically just believe in what they're building there. And I want to look at a player, yes, he's not a Frenchman, he's Portuguese, but someone, for me, who's the heartbeat of that team, Vitinha, in that holding role. Everything about him is exquisite. This was in the first leg, and as Thierry showed in his clips, he found it very easy, or found it very hard at times to get on the ball. But here is where he's so intelligent. He reads it, he always looks for the pass forward, and then a lot of midfielders here will just go left, but now we just stop it here. The killer pass between the lines. This is what he needs to do tonight if PSG want to go through. But not only that, when Dortmund went into the low block, here he is at the edge of the box. Can he make the difference? He finds the space, and can he execute the pass? Of course he can. And Fabian Ruiz should be putting that away. And defensively, very good. he always seems to want to pick the right pass, whether that is running into space, whether it's laying off, whether it's him having a shot, a beautiful assist there for Hakimi. His all-round game is just brilliant, always scanning the pitch. Now you're going to see him, where's the space? Where do I need to burst into it? Where could I make the difference within the game? And it's a lovely finish. And we saw him for a period in Wolves, didn't work out how we expected in the Premier League. And I just threw this one in against Marseille, you know, bursting through the lines, right position and finishing it off. So when we talk about talent and quality, 24 years of age, he is outstanding.
I tell you what, let's go straight back out to Paris to Peter and Anita.